What's going on, YouTube? Captain Eric here. Well, I'm doing it during the day now. Let's see how this turns out. Let's see here. We got live. No watching, though. All right. So, what's up, YouTube? Captain Eric here. Team Real Locals, Hooking Memories Guide Service, South Texas Alligator Guard Championship Tournaments, and South Texas Big Ugly Tournaments. Of course, we're going to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Hard Life Bait and Tackle, Albert Zatucha. Check out his YouTube channel as well. Team Hard Life on YouTube. Twang Beer Salt, LNF Distributing. Always been a big sponsor of our tournaments. And big shout out to all of our YouTubers, the real local nation out there. How y'all doing today? Guys, today we're fishing daylight hours. We're going to see if the drum will bite during the day. This spot out here produces normally about 8 to 10 drum a night. It's been very slow. It's very unseasonal. It's just been crazy, the fishing. We've been landing 2-3 drum here, 1 or 2 drum there. Even been skunked one night. So I'm going to come out during the day and see if there's a different pattern. Basically, I'm trying to figure out what the fish pattern is right now. Hopefully, we figure this out, and see when the fish are running through. I got 2 baits in the water right now. I'm using half crab. I got a small piece of fish bites on there just for added scent in the water. I'm going to throw out a crab claw. So I have basically 1 whole crab out there on 2 rods and then a crab claw on another one. We're trying to catch big uglies today. I've seen a couple redfish caught since I've been here. There were some guys fishing to the left of me, and they caught a couple small rat reds on live shrimp. There is a lot of bait in the water. I have seen a little pod of dolphins with about 3 or 4 dolphins in the pod, which is always a good thing to get rid of those puffer fish and those sheephead, which crunch our baits. So let's see who's... Oh, we got a couple on there already, but I got a glare here. See if I can't see. Triple Tail TV, beautiful day for it. Hey, Will, what's up? We got Captain Will in the house. Christian Bayless out of Minnesota. What's up, brother? Carl Fisher, hello. What's going on? Johnny Cortez. Do you know where they are catching pup drum now? Dude, there's a spot that I can tell you that you can always catch drum, keeper drum. You can go to the turnaround right there after you exit Waldron at the Laguna Shores turnaround. Fish on the left side by the power lines, throw out towards that empty pipe out there. They always catch drum, butterfly drum there. You will eventually catch a big ugly out of there as well because they run through there. But it's a good place to catch, nice keeper black drum. Another place is to catch keeper black drum is over there by the boat ramp at Copano Fishing Pier. I always catch a lot there as far as butterfly drum. Just shrimp and fish bites, man. Dead shrimp and fish bites. Double drop drum rig from Hard Life. Go in there and tell them that you need one of those double drop drum rigs. Put you a small surf weight on there. Put you a small piece of fish bites. Put you half a dead shrimp on there. Chunk it out there. The back bay out there at to catch more butterfly drum and keeper reds. The back bay on the brackish side of the Nueces River is another good spot. That's at the Joel Fulton corridor. Just park anywhere at the park right there. Set up your rods. Put out 2-3 rods with shrimp and some fish bites, and you're almost guaranteed to catch, at least 3 or 4 butterfly drum from 15 to 30 inches. So those are 3 good spots to catch you some keepers. Yeah, I haven't been really fishing for them too much, but I've caught a lot of undersized, like 13, 14-inch drum in the back bay, but I know there's a bunch of in there that are keepers. The redfish I've been catching over there is 28, 27, and 26. When I did fish it last time, so I know they're in there. They pushed up in there, and they're in there hard. I was catching those on live finger mullet and dead shrimp. Roger, what's up? patch. What line you running on your reels, Cap? I'm running 120 pound. I want to say I'm running 120 pound on that one. It's Momoy or Andes. I think it's Momoy. The blue line is also Momoy. I think they're all Momoy lines on all my rods. Yeah, Andes, Momoy. But the blue line's 80 pound braid, 120 and 120. I do use bigger line on these rods because these are the same rods I use for gar. These big uglies, I like to get them to the bank real quick. It keeps you from throwing those hooks. The more pressure you can keep on that hook in that fish's mouth, the less likely they're going to get away. The smaller the hooks, I use big bait, so the smaller hooks, I really don't like using smaller hooks because, man, I tend to not hook the fish very properly, and most times they spit the bait like when they get close by because they're not even hooked. They're just holding on to the bait. They're crunching the bait. And I lose fish at the dock. It happened the last couple times I had been fishing, so I upsized the hooks. I went to Hard Life and got me some drum leaders, which are his shark cast out leaders actually, but I use them for drum because I like 20-aught hooks to 24-aught hooks, circles. And yes, these are offset. Nice. Roger, you don't need to worry about that, brother. We'll get you on with somebody. I know DTF out of San Antonio is always willing to take a fisherman with them. They're out of San Antonio. Great group of guys, man. I can't say enough about Roland and JD and Christopher over there. Oliver, I'm pretty sure you'll see them in the chat, Roger. Not only that, we can also get you in with Marty Stevens that's been fishing with us here recently. He fishes with his buddy Scott. They fished a tournament for, I think, the 361 Green Reelers tournament or the 361 Most Hated Alligator Gar tournament. I'm not quite sure. I think it was a 361 because they won that one. And then on the Most Hated, Sean Mendes had won that one. So, yeah, it was a 361 Green Reelers tournament they won. So, we've been taking Marty fishing. He's been catching drums, so I'm pretty sure he'll enter the tournament. We'll get you with somebody, Roger. Don't you worry about that, buddy. There's always guys looking to fish with somebody. Of course, you got Albert. You know, he's always down to take somebody fishing. Alex, if you don't know Alex, Alex is a good dude, man. He'll take you out fishing. I'm pretty sure Sean Mendes, he's starting up a new team, guys. Sean decided to go off and do his own thing. He's young. He's hungry. Y'all keep an eye on that kid. He's gonna be big in the fishing world one day, man. He's an up and comer right there. He's got a lot of passion for gar fishing and drum fishing. So y'all keep an eye on him. He's got a new page on Facebook, 361 Bowed Up Fishing. So check out young Sean. He, like I said, guys, he was a member of Team Real Local, and he decided to go off and do his own thing, which, no more power to him, man. He's young, he's hungry. Why stop a youngster, man? Let them do their own thing. All around good kid, man. Got a lot of passion for fishing. Big hooks better. Blue crab, blue cats. Yes, absolutely, man. Especially blue cats. They got pretty much the same mouth as a drum. They have those platelets as far as for like teeth. Like they got the platelets for grabbing, but the crunchers are in the back of the throat on a drum. So they push that bait back real quick, start crunching it with those crunchers as they're swallowing it. All it does is just like a grinding stone in the back of their throat that just crunches those crabs down to nothing. And they just keep on swallowing as it's crunching it. We are trying to see if they will bite during the day out here. I hadn't fished the day out here in forever. Last time I was fishing out here during the day was like a day or two before that big freeze. And man, it was on fire that day. So I'm trying to see if maybe they're pushing through a little earlier than normal. I am going to stay until about 9 o'clock. Well, about 8:30. I do got to work tomorrow. So I'm going to stay till about 8:30. And I'm going to see if I can, get this pattern of when these fish are pushing through, and document it all this week. At least fish when there's still daylight, and then as it goes into the evening, sunset, and see what time the bite actually starts. I'm optimistic that, I'm probably not going to get a bite during the day, but right at sunset. But you never know. They might be pushing through right now. The outside temperature when I got in my truck was 79 degrees. So that kind of tells you, but it's supposed to get down to 40 something degrees tonight, like 47, 48 degrees tonight. So it's a big, there's 30-degree drop. So I'm pretty sure another front's pushing through to drop those temperatures. Right now I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I do have my coveralls for when that temperature does start to drop, when that sun goes down. So I'm going to continue fishing from daylight to dark. Robert. No, it's not, Robert. No, it's not. It's actually pretty compact. It's actually really good driving back here right now. It hasn't been ran through too bad. The mudders have kind of haven't came back here so far this year. The mudders are just running around other areas, but normally that's what tears it up. The guys in four-wheel drive just out here playing around with them big 35s. Makes it kind of hard when you got 20-inch rims when they're rutting it up. But no, there's a path back here. And yes, it is compact and it is hard. There's a little bit of water in some of the puddle in some of the holes, but nothing major. ¿Qué pasó? Henry, what's up, man? Yeah, all my leaders are from Albert's. Oh, okay, right on, man. There you go. Cool deal. Yeah, I use a lot of his leaders. I asked Santiago's James Laura to make me some special Captain Eric leaders. He knows what I like. Unfortunately, he hasn't got back to me. I also asked Unreal Fishing, young Brian out of Houston, to make me about 3 leaders with the hooks that I like. I want to test out their leaders and see if, see how they perform and give my little feedback on them. These 2 leaders that I have on these 2 rods right now I've been using them for almost a month now. And like I said, I use the cable ones. One of them has a knot in it. They're twisted all to hell because I've caught quite a few fish on both of them already. Probably, I don't know, 20 on each rod, if not more. We've had some really good nights there, guys, where we caught a lot of fish. The other night when we were out here fishing, I think they cut it off because of the wind. We ended up catching one, and of course it was on one of my rods. I went ahead and took a snooze, and I slept until the sun came up, basically. It's about 5:30 in the morning. I don't know. My best sleep comes out here when I'm next to the water. I don't know if it's the sound of the water or just being, close to the water just makes me so relaxed that I could just sleep like a child. And a lot of y'all don't know, but I have that sleep apnea real bad. And I had that sleep study done a couple weeks ago. And it's severe now. It used to be I just had sleep apnea. Now I have severe sleep apnea. Looks like my sister to move, but I'm busy today. Go over there tomorrow. If I wouldn't have planned this thing, I would have definitely went and helped. But I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to like log these fish in this area right here. On the backside of the bridge, they've been biting pretty consistent. A lot of fish at other places, not just Goose Island. I really don't like fishing goose too much. It's way packed over there, and I really don't like fishing around that many people. I prefer when I'm fishing to be off by myself. So when Patch and Olivia come down for their charter, in January, we're gonna probably most likely be on a boat and away from everybody. Get their young son on some fish. Hopefully, it's not crazy out there. Because if it is crazy, well, we're not gonna put nobody in jeopardy. So we'll be land-based fishing. But by then, I'll have the pattern figured out, and they're gonna have one hell of a night of catching some monster fish. The captain snoring. It happens, man. I could just be sitting in a chair and just pass out. That's weird. I have actually fallen asleep at red lights now, and I have fallen asleep on the ferry. And the guy taps on me. He's like, "Damn, bro, you snore loud." Yeah, I rattle the windows, brother. Will's talking about them secluded gar spots we had to walk miles to. You gotta remember, Cap's getting old, and I'm a fat man, so if I gotta walk 2.5 miles through sinking patches of mud and stuff like that, by the time I get there, I'm tired. I don't even want to reel in a fish. I'll help lasso it or something. I just throw out the rods and let everybody else bring them in. I have a little wind blowing there. Got a couple slicks out there. Some boat activity ran through earlier, but right now it's pretty calm. The water does have a ripple on it. That's another good thing. I really do not like fishing calm waters where it's just flat. I don't like glass flat. I tend not to get as many bites. When the water is kind of blowing like this is perfect right here. I like that little ripple in the water. Gets that scent out. And if there is a drum cruising through, he won't resist that crab. He'll go ahead and take it. Will knows all about them trips. Robert, what's up, Robert? Jerry. Well, come on, Jerry. Get in it, buddy. You got that chance to win it like everybody else, man. I made it to where anybody could win that tournament. We might even do like a side pot for the biggest fish, you know. That's up to the anglers. We'll determine that during registration. Registration will be the day of the tournament, all the way up until the start time of the tournament. My sister and brother over there, they're moving, and now I feel bad because I came out here to do a day trip, and I'll get over there and give them a hand tomorrow. I'm working here at Harbor Island, but I'll just shoot across the ferry after I get off work. So maybe tomorrow I won't do a fishing video during the day. I'll go give them a hand. See what Robert has to say there. Just afternoon fishing, yes sir. For a rebuild. Well, I know one thing, Will. My snoring will keep all the mountain lions and stuff away. They'll think of grizzly bears in the area. Let's see. Waiting on that bite, man. Waiting on clickers. Anything, Cap? No, not yet, buddy. I just threw out those 2 rods. I'm going to put a crab claw on that last rod. I'm going to wet it real quick and wet the line before I chunk it out there. But right now, I'm using bigger baits, trying to get more scent in the water. And hopefully I can start logging the way these fish are moving, and what the fish are coming through. Like I said, guys, when I got in my truck, it was 79 degrees earlier. The temperature is cooling down. I can actually feel the temperature cooling down. It's probably about 77, 76 degrees right now. And it just continues dropping all the way through this evening. So right now I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. Come later on, I got my coveralls, so when it does get colder, I'll put my coveralls on, and I will see if when the bite turns on. I will be fishing now and through dark to about 8:30, so a couple hours into the night. And I'm trying to determine what time these fish are going to run through here. And I'm going to use 3 rods, which is normally unconventional for me because I don't like using 3 rods. But I'm going to put a small bait out there, and I'm going to put, my normal two size baits that I like to use. The other night, I could not get them to hit a half crab. They would only eat whole crab. The fish have been real finicky on the bite. They've been real finicky on what they're eating. Phil's had a lot of luck with crab claws. I prefer to use half a crab to a whole crab. I like the bigger baits. To me, it just puts more scent in the water. And NCR Graphic Design. How much for a guard trip for 2? It depends if you want land-based or you want a boat trip. If you want land-based, it starts off about $150 to $200 plus tip for the deckhand. On the boat, we go out at $300. That's because of gas and all that good stuff. Costs a lot of money. I gotta get bait. But yeah, we'll get out there and catch some monsters. Been doing a lot of fishing in a lot of different areas. Fishing the Nueces River, fishing Sweeney, fishing Choke, fishing Lake Mathis, fishing Sweeney Switch area, Guadalupe area. We've been fishing a lot of areas this year. We've done charters pretty much in a lot of different locations. The reason for that, guys, the YouTube channel causes people to fish your areas. If you fish it too much, people can pinpoint you, get out there and catch the fish that you're catching, and then it depletes your bigger fish. When you got 10 guys fishing the same spot, they start depleting your numbers. I mean, yeah, you'll still catch fish, but will you catch that 8-footer? Probably not, because I mean they're going to be so overfished that's why we've been changing areas a lot. But we're still catching a lot of quality fish. This year we've had 2 at the boat. We landed 1. We called it 7 foot 10 inches, and the reason we called it 710 because my boat is 7 foot 10 inches. We broke the ruler that we had, the tape measure, on that fish, and it was like 88 inches, 87, 88 inches, 89 inches, something like that when it broke the tape measure. It shattered the tape measure, so we couldn't get a measurement on it. But when we picked up the fish was longer than the boat. The head was on one side, about 2.5 inches over on one side, and maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches on the tail side. So, that fish was probably 8 foot. But we called it 7 foot 10 because that's the measurement I had that was legit, because my boat is 7 foot 10 inches across. Now, yes, the fish was bigger than the boat length. So, width. So, but we did call it 7 foot 10. It was probably closer to an 8 foot fish. Yeah, no fish yet. Yeah, the trashing of the spots is a bad thing, man. I gotta always go up, and I did that one video where I came out, and I spent 15 minutes, and you saw I got 3 bags of trash, a box full of cans and stuff like that, diapers. all that kind of stuff, guys. I mean, it takes forever for the environment, for it to disintegrate. There was some hat. I'm pretty sure that hat flew off somebody that was on a boat. You can't really help that. But the liquor bottles, beer cans, soda, styrofoam cups from Stripes, taco wrappers, and stuff like that. Yeah, that stuff can be prevented, especially because I mean they're out here fishing on these areas. It just takes a second to put the trash inside the truck. Get a plastic bag. Normally, when you go to Stripes, you buy your tacos. They give you a plastic bag or a paper bag. Just throw all your trash back in, throw it inside the truck. When you get back to the convenience store, throw it out there in a trash can. I think I'm gonna bring some trash cans out on 3 or 4 of my spots that don't have them, and put some trash bags in them and see if that'll help a little bit. I'd rather pick up the bags of trash out of the trash cans than walk around and have to crawl underneath the docks and all kinds of stuff to get the trash out. Yes, I do. The phone is actually plugged into my truck right now. Let's see if I can show you. See the cord? So the truck is going to be running the phone for me off the tree of the truck. The generator, yes, I have gas in the generator. I put gas before I came out on the last trip, ran it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So got plenty of gas in there. Double check it though. Chair and my light. Hopefully this won't take too long to get a bite, but you never know. Like I said, I'm trying to do a pattern, trying to find the pattern of when these fish are starting to bite and stuff. I don't know where the pot of dolphins went to. Now I'm suited up. Probably a little early for it, but it's all good. I'm gonna drop this down just a little bit. We'll aim it up. See, we can drop this down just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Get it down so we can sit here. Oh, there goes some boat traffic coming back in. All right. Let's see, we can turn this just a little bit. Yeah, see, probably about right in their area. We got a little boat traffic coming back in. Let's see what we got for comments here. Normally when them boats come through, I normally get a bite in the evenings, especially when a big boat goes by. It'll stir it up, put some big waves in here, and the rods will tend to bow. Maybe we'll get lucky right now. You never know. Scare them inside the channel. Man, I was thought about doing that with the game cameras. Uh, 125-mile radius. I haven't determined if I'm going to have the radius from Aransas Pass or Corpus, but pretty much anywhere, guys. You can fish pretty much anywhere you want. We're not going to be secluded to one spot or, or just in Corpus or whatever. You can fish pretty much anywhere you want. You can go Port Lavaca. You can go Port Comfort. You can fish Seadrift. I just kind of kept it to where you can't drive all the way to the Texas City Dike. I mean, you got to come for registration. That's the catch of it, because you got to get your pamphlet and your stuff that you need for the tournament. You know, waves coming in from the boats. See, that's normally when I would get a bite. Like, it'll start rocking the lines, and it'll shake out some of that scent. And if the drum come through, they'll get on it. And we're hopefully going to get a bite right here. Be a good time during the day to get a bite when a boat goes by. I haven't had no pufferfish bites or no sheephead bites. I haven't seen the rods tap, so that's also a good sign. But like I said, I did see some dolphins a little while ago, so the dolphins were just to the left of me in the main channel, coming up and cruising, going back down. So whenever there's dolphins in the area, I don't really get that much of a sheephead bite or those puffers, which is a good thing. Knock on a lot of wood, I've yet to catch a hardy boy this year. No hardheads yet this year. And then log the times when we do get bites. And get everybody to help out with that. Hopefully we'll get a lot of bites here. And get a run of them coming through or something. Start logging some fish runs. I know one thing, this alligator gar season was a dang good season, man. We caught a lot of big fish this year. A lot of big fish. Good luck, Kevin Eric. Everyone else have a good night. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate you always tuning in, brother. You're a good man, man. I really appreciate you. Your order is ordered too. I'll let you know when it's done and comes in, and we'll get that shipped out to you guys so you can have some merch up there in Minnesota. Really appreciate you always tuning in, brother. It's really cool of you, man. If you can help us spread the word up there and up north, that's awesome. Get some people to subscribe to the channel, even better. I know my buddies from Winnipeg, Al and his buddy, and then he brought another buddy. This last one, we caught an alligator. We were out alligator garfish and ended up catching a damn alligator. Got it to the boat. It was fun. Got a big cat too. It was pushing 20 pounds. It's going to be one of those days. I knew the bite was going to be slow, but trying to determine when those fish run through takes time. You gotta log them, pinpoint them. The birds were working real good earlier in the area. There was a lot of bait fish around, and that's when those guys were catching those little rat reds over there to the left of me. Kitty, 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 kitty. I hear a little cat meowing. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. I don't know if you guys can hear the cat meowing. There's a little kitten somewhere behind me. I don't want to scare him off. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. We need to start bringing some cat food out here for these cats and these raccoons. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this year's drum tournament, though. Trying to do something different. What time do you think the first bite's gonna be, guys? Let's see, we got a comment in there, don't we? Can't wait for y'all. Oh yeah, the shark videos are coming. Hey, there's my mom. Love you too, Mom. God bless you. Yeah, I'm out here just trying to log these fish, trying to determine what time they're starting to push up in here. I know I'm starting to get I got a dead time right there around, like they'll hit real hard from about 9 o'clock to about 10:30, and then it's just dead. And then it picks up again later on in the morning, and then it dies again. It's like, but before that, I want to know if there's a bite. So at least I know there's 3 times during the night that I can expect to start getting bites and put out more bait, to get that more of an opportunity to put my clients on fish. If we're doing some land-based fishing, it has been real windy, so there has been boat advisories, small craft warnings. So I'm not going to try to put nobody in jeopardy. But the redfish bite has been fire. I did catch some flounder at the other spots of mine. Unfortunately, this time of year, you can't, for Parks and Wildlife, they have it to where you can't keep those flounder right now. So the flounder that I've been catching, they have been keepers if there wasn't a law against it right now. So yeah, we've been putting them all back. See them getting chunked back live. I might be getting a bite, guys. Let's see what happens. That possibly. Either that, we got a little current moving. See if that tip will bounce a little bit, letting me know it's a fish. The rod that's on the back of the truck looked like it was gonna bow a little bit, and had a little hesitation. So we'll see what happens. Can you see both rods in there? We'll see here. Okay, Mom. It's always good to know my mom's watching me fish. Pelican. Hello, Pelican. There you go, Pelican. No hit my line. Got another comment pop up? Oh, yeah. Tell him, Mary. Yeah, Robert, that's my mom right there. Old Phil had to go to work today, so I left over here, come do some fishing, some daytime fishing, trying to categorize these fish movements right now. Got to figure out this pattern going on out here, because like I said, guys, this spot right here normally produces about 8 to 10 fish a night, and they're normally bigger fish. Right now, they've been on the smaller size. I think we've only pulled one out of 4 over here that was 40 inches. Everything else is 39 and less. I had like 4 or 5 39s out here, and then like 36s, 30, 38, 37s, 35. Just been on the smaller side, and the bite's been a lot slower this year. So got to figure out this pattern. I thought about fishing the other side of the channel, but then I was like, man, if I fish the other side of the channel, I would have to be on a pier. I got to deal with other people. If somebody comes out, which, you know, being that it is a weekday, maybe I might move over. I might switch it up a little bit and fish the opposite side of the channel and see if they are already in. Maybe they just staying in the flats. You know, right now I'm on the channel side of it, so I'm not sure they're staying in the flats. Maybe the fish are already pushed up in there. Like I said, there's a lot to determine, man. I got a lot of work to do. Fish where the bite's at. Yeah, but if you're interested in a guard trip, brother, let me know. Get it booked up, man. That's all I want to say. Website going. We're gonna be putting it out. We got the stickers for the vehicles. We're gonna wrap the trucks, wrap the boats. Eventually, I'm gonna wrap mine. Put some really cool wraps on the vehicles. I might trade in my truck and buy a brand new truck. When all said and done, and wrap my boat, and get ready for next year. And yeah, it's gonna be a great time out there on the waters, man. I know for a fact we're gonna catch a lot of big fish. We had several monster hookups this year. We had one that we couldn't even stop with an HXW, so we ended up taking a 50 wide out. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but that was during a drum tournament. I mean, a guard tournament. We did hook up to a monster fish, and I mean, it was a pure monster. It was well over 8 foot. Couldn't stop it. The drag was just peeling. Nice boat. Look at this boat coming in, guys. It's getting it. See him coming in? It's getting it. And I think I hear music on that boat, but I just can't understand. I just don't want to let the sound hit the microphone over here on our end, because if they do, they'll hit us with monetize. You got to watch out with that, guys. Whenever you're out YouTubing live, someone playing some live music, man, it kills your video. I just was going through my YT studio, and one of the videos that Jay had put out with his little brother-in-law, which is Ashley's little brother, I had to delete it because of music being played in the background. So I lost one of the videos with Jay there, which I hope he's doing well. What we got there? We got 10 10 thumbs up. Awesome, man. Thank you. 5 watching too. That's awesome, man. I know it's right now, guys. I know it's boring right now, but like I said, I'm trying to log a pattern, and I mean, I figured I'd bring you out on the fishing adventure with me. I am solo. I am by myself, so the fish I catch, I gotta fight them and land them by myself, which is, you know, I've done it several times, but as I'm getting older, it starts to wear on the body a little bit. I am just waiting for that pole to bend so I can log my first bite. The sun does seem to be falling back behind me a little bit now, so looks like we might start darkening down on the front side of us, because the sunset is actually behind me. Now here's another boat. There was a lot of boat traffic when I first got here going out, headed towards the jetties. I need to go do some sheephead fishing. I haven't done a sheephead fishing trip in a while. I like catching those sheephead. I make a rig for them. I have to show you again. It's like a trout and sheephead stinger rig, man. I catch so many fish on that. I use them little smaller circle hooks when it comes time to use them for the live shrimp, so you're not puncturing that shrimp with a giant hole. It keeps them alive longer, but I put 2 hooks in it. Kind of got a little stinger trouble on the back side of it. And I always tend to catch a lot of fish on it, man. I don't lose very many sheephead. When I was out there, first cast, I landed one. And the guy was like, man, I've been out here 45 minutes, and I've had bites all day, and I haven't caught any. Been here 2 minutes, and you already got one. I was like, yeah, that's the way I make my leaders. So I made him one. And he caught one right instantly after that, and then he got stuck. And you make me another one? I said, Bub, I'm trying to fish too, man. I said, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to catch my limit. You know, after I catch my limit, I'll make you a couple more. And he was, I think he got a little irritated with that because I didn't jump to make him leaders. And I'm like, dude, I mean, I said, I showed you how I tied it. You're watching. I mean, my suggestion is tie it yourself if you in that much of a hurry to get your rod back in the water. But I guess he didn't pay attention to the way I made a snell knot and tied that stinger on the back with a FG. One thing about fishing the jetties, man, you lose a lot of gear. Let's see what the comments say here. Roger, change that. Copyright stuff. Yep. Yeah, it does. I saw a few reds caught today, Dennis. There was a reds caught today to the left of me. The guys were using smaller gear, using live shrimp in the main channel. They were catching rat reds. There was some dolphins there, and the dolphins went through and it kind of stopped their bite. But I mean, with the dolphins around, it gets rid of the sheephead. It gets rid of those little puffers. So I tend to catch more black drum when the dolphins come around, and I have less baits that are hollowed out. I did double rolled the pantyhose to make it even harder for the sheephead and the puffers to get to it. trying to conserve bait because I planned on being out here until dark, and it's pretty much dark by about 6 o'clock, and by 8:30 or so it's a done deal. I will be done. I'll be heading back home. I know one thing I did forget was ice. A jet up there in the sky, leaving his fuel trail. That line slacked up right there. I'll have to go tighten that and see what's going on there. That's the one that I thought had a bite earlier. See, I'm wondering if the bite's going to start right at sunset. For some reason, I don't know why, but I was feeling that maybe the bites would be during the day, because at night we're not getting as many bites as we used to. Now, I don't know if it's due to overfishing or what, but because I haven't been seeing, the thing is that when I drive through here, because I work right down the road at the port right there by the ferries, and when I'm coming back through here, guys, I'm hardly ever seeing anybody out here during the day. So that alone right there, it just makes it like, I don't know what you want to call it, like, I'm optimistic that nobody's fishing as hard as I think they're fishing it. But then the other night when I heard that there was like 5 or 6 trucks on the slab, a couple other times that I come out here, I couldn't fish here because there was other people here. There was one time a group of guys were out here, and when I pulled up, I was getting ready to leave, and they were like, "Hey, Cap, come back, park over there and park in your spot." So 2 of the trucks moved out of my way, and they let me park and fish next to them, and had a great time with them. But they just, I guess their wives or something didn't know they were out fishing, so they were like, "Can you not put on the YouTube channel until we leave?" So they left about an hour or 2 later, and I didn't even go live that time. I was just fishing. The other night I did come out here and we did catch 9, and I didn't run a video. It was too fast. As soon as I threw a rod in the water, I literally probably threw the dang bait right in the fish's mouth. Right when I was walking back up the pier, it pulled it back and caught our first one like that, and it was real fast. As soon as that baits hit the water, you set them up and the rod would bend. I didn't even have time to do a video. I couldn't even log in to do a video. It was very cool of them. Like I said, these spots are, man, I don't expect anybody to do that. I have had it a few times where I've taken local fishermen to a gar spot. They wanted to do land-based. They wanted to go because they don't have a boat, and they wanted to catch gar here locally. And they seen my videos on Catan Maniacs, back when I was doing mostly Facebook. And, my videos would get 50,000, 100,000 views, which that's what led me to do YouTube, because I was hoping to get the same turnout. But unfortunately, I haven't got the same turnout. But when we catch these big tiger sharks this year and start catching these bigger alligator gar on camera, I'm pretty sure that our channel will blow up. Congratulations to Mark Villarreal out of 956 Las Condeneros. He hit 100,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. That's amazing. His channel hasn't even been up that long, and he's already hit 100,000 subscribers. He did have one video that went viral, him cleaning, I think it was like a 6'10" alligator gar. And yes, it took I mean, it was a lot of bad, but that's the thing about YouTube. You can have bad reviews and a bunch of stuff like that, but comments, views, likes and dislikes, all of it's positive for a YouTube channel, because you got people viewing it no matter what. They're commenting no matter what, even if it is in the negative. But it builds you. So that video alone got him up, like just blown up. I mean, he went from having like 3,000 subscribers to like 18,000, 20,000 subscribers in just one video. And then it just took off from there, and he made 100,000 already. So, you know, big congratulations to old Mark. He got his plaque, which one day I hope to get that plaque. It took me forever to get here, where I'm at right now at 1,300 subscribers. I've been doing it for 3 years now or so, maybe even a little bit over 3 years. And, you know, to have a channel that blows up in 1 year, to have 100,000 subscribers is amazing. I don't know if his is a channel content or what, but, you know, we don't really play to the kids. This is more an adult channel. If I could get my guys to quit cursing and, you know, saying some explicit content in there, maybe we will try to work on making a channel for the kids. A lot of how-tos and stuff like that. We do have a lot of children that fish on the team, and you know, that are junior members. Tony Martinez's daughter, Chris Kale's twins, my daughter, of course, my sons. Phil had Charlie, junior member. Now he's up north again. Gil has his son. Chris Kale, of course, has his son. I mean, Chris Calhoun has his son and daughter. So, and Tyler, of course, Tyler Bullard has his little boy. Y'all saw him. He posted some pictures on the Facebook page, the Team Real Local Facebook page, of his son out there fishing, catching some piggy perch. I think he had some pinfish. He caught a stingray, caught an Atlantic. So, yeah, it's been, you know, we got a lot of keeping coming. So this channel is not going anywhere. I was hoping to get some hunting action out of Alaska from Eric. He does have about 3 or 4 of my, cameras, my GoPros. And I wanted him to do his moose hunt, caribou hunts, bear hunts, stuff like that up there in Alaska. That salmon run, maybe get a halibut or something. He wants me to go up there in August, but unfortunately, I think his time's up in Alaska. He's going to Washington next, which I'm excited for that, because I mean, I'll drive to Washington to see my kid. I hadn't seen my kid in forever. And that, you know, military life is just like that, man. Your kids grow up and they take off, and, you know, hopefully I'll live long enough that he'll retire and I'll get to see him before I kick that bucket. Before I kick the bait bucket. I'll have to make me a sticker like that. Some kind of funny saying. You're looking for your bucket to kick, I'm gonna kick my bait bucket. That sure would be cool to go when I'm out here fishing. We got a lot of time on the water right now. I don't know how much time we got on there right now. What we got on there? We've been out there. The bait's been out there an hour. 3 watching, 11 thumbs up. Appreciate that. Roger, LOL. That's fishing. Yes, sir. That, F this. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, well, the Facebook, I mean, Facebook, I advertise the YouTube channel, but a lot of these fishing pages will not allow you to post YouTube channel video. They'll let you post your link to your YouTube, but they won't let you post a YouTube video. Like today, I posted that 7'10" gar on a bunch of different fishing pages to promote it, to build it up. Because if a guy can get, you know, 20,000 subscribers for catching a 6'10" and killing it, I think that I should be able to get 20,000 subscribers for catching a 7'10" and letting it go. You know, and be more positive. You're putting that big fish back in the water, allowing her to breed, and continue to put that kind of a gene out there for a fish to get that big. It takes a lot for a fish to get that size. If you've seen some of the gar that we've caught, they're missing their tails, broken backs. I mean, all kinds of stuff, man. They're still alive. Very, very tough fish to kill. So, I mean, these guys are over there letting them swallow these hooks, running 8, 9, 10 minutes at a time, chasing them down in a boat. I like I said, that's why I designed that hook out, where I put that pipe down their throat and take the hooks out. Works great. And I've been hoping to get that patent, get that on the market. But like right now, guys, everything costs money, and right now the cap is tapping on the verge of being one of those. What's that shit called? Bankrupt. The verge of being bankrupt. The judicial system is very expensive. That's all I know. Even when you're not even guilty, like not been charged with what is it? Not necessarily charged, but convicted of a crime, they still poke your eyes out. I got a lot of people messaging about the tournament. Right now, I'm not going to answer those questions until I'm done fishing. I'll answer them tonight around 8:30 or so. Man, see, that line is slacked up so much, man. I don't know why it's slacking up, but there ain't no movement on the line. It just slack. Normally, when a fish pick it up, it'll move, like bounce around, but that ain't bouncing around at all. You don't even have me excited. But I double bagged them, so instead of doing every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'll do like an hour and a half on the bait, because I know they're not going to get in there. When I double bag those baits. And this time, like I said, I add a little small chunk of fish bites to it, just to add scent to the water. Let me tighten up this slack. Let's see what the hell's going on here. I don't know why, but it's just not acting fishy at all, though. And I don't know if you guys know, but I don't know what I got. If I got arthritis in my elbow, or if I got tendonitis in my elbow. All I know is, man, here recently, I can't even hold up a cigarette lighter with my left arm. It's been killing me. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the cold fronts and stuff, but I ain't got too much swelling in there. But it sure does hurt. To the point where Oh, hell. Let's go get that lip bit. I've been using this thing that Phil gave me. He told me to put it on there to hold pressure on there. Put this thing on there. Has a little pressure points on it and stuff. I just don't know if I'm putting it in the right spot or what. That's the same elbow that I tore those tendons in. I had to have it surgically repaired. The tendons over here. And the bicep muscle ripped off the bone. That was pretty painful, man. Pretty painful. Didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. There's a ship over there doing something. That's a pretty good sized boat. There's an oyster boat. You want to drink that Captain Eric juice, man. Get rid of that pain. I'm about ready to put out a claw. Try a small bait. I know they can't. I know for a fact they can't get into those baits. Not with two wraps on it. But they sure can smell it though. Because them juices leak out of those pantyhose. Waiting for that day that I'll catch another puffer. I've caught those puffers on those big hooks before. I'm gonna throw a crab claw out there. Let's see if that works. We got a crab claw out there now. built this back up so we can see that right now too. We'll put this back to the way it was. Okay, see, I got that crab claw over there. You guys, if you guys are watching the YouTube channel and you're asking about the tournament, I'll answer all those questions later on, guys. Right now, we're just doing some daytime fishing, trying to get on some big uglies and be able to see this area right here, because it's about where we're going to be fighting fish and everything, right in that area. Hopefully see a bite too. Put my cigarette butts in my chair there. Got a lot of bait activity in the water over here. A lot of mullet around today, which is a good thing. Keep those fish moving through here. What we got here? There's Roger. I don't know, man. Going to the doctor's costs a lot. Normally, when I go to the doctor, they gotta refer me to a specialist for the MRI and all that other stuff. So you got to go to the doctor, pay that fee. After that doctor, you'll get your specialist, and then they charge you a fee. Right now, I'm just gonna have to deal with it for a little bit. Maybe at income tax, I could do something. Right now, it's just you got to live with it. But I don't know. I've never had tend that. Oh, look, there's a bite on the crab claw. Something tapped it. See, that's probably a sheephead or something. That's why I don't like using those smaller baits. Bite again right there. Little crab claw. See, those are most likely sheephead or pufferfish right there. Those little taps like that. I don't know if you guys can see them on there. See it? See it tapping it? It's just barely moving that rod. To watching, 11 thumbs up. Thank you guys for sticking tuned. Like I said, guys, we'll see what time this bite's going to turn on. The sun's lowering down behind us now. I was hoping to be optimistic and get a bite during the day, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's going to happen, like as far as a drum bite, but you never know. Maybe those smaller fish that are tapping on that rod over there. See that bite right there? That's either a sheephead or a puffer. It could be perch. That's why I'm not a big fan of using those smaller baits. And I just hope I don't get a hardy boy. Could even be a hardhead. Them hardheads will bite those claws. But it keeps moving it. I see it vibrating the rod over there. It's biting it still. Rig up a couple more bigger baits. Get those baits ready. Get them ready for. I'm gonna change out baits here in a little bit. As that sun's going down. Let's see if we get lucky here. Got a bunch of little kids over here too, fishing out here. Got a whole family to the right of me, fishing by the bridge. Let's see, 2 watching, 11 thumbs up. Appreciate that, guys. Yeah, the doctor, man. Like I said, maybe I'll go during when I get my income tax. Right now, I just got a lot of bills I got to catch up on. This has been one of those trying years for the old cap, man. A lot of stuff happened this year that I just wasn't expecting. But hopefully, we're expecting to catch some fish here with the sun going down. A bunch of tiny little kids over there. Let's see if we can't get a fish on. Maybe we can put one of them little kids on a fish. Man, I like that ripple on the water. I'm just so glad it's not still calm. And I'm glad it's not blowing 100 miles per hour. It's pretty doable today, guys. You can see all 3 rods in there. Ooh, yeah, them crabs stink. Man, got the fresh, stinky crabs. They're fresh, but man, they stink. I just bought those baits. Right now, you're having to search around for crab. Calling up the bait stands here, there, everywhere. Rockport, out there in Fulton. Come over here to Fin and Feather. They sold out, so normally that's where I get my crab from. So I had to run into Ingleside, look at Ann's, and Ann's was out. We're getting a lot of bites on that crab claw, but like I said, you know, when you put those crab claws out there, it could be a number of things. It could be a gaff top, it could be a piggy perch, it could be pinfish, it could be sheephead, it could be a puffer. That's why I'm really not a big fan of using them smaller baits. But it is what it is. I just wanted to give it a shot, put a small bait out there, and sure enough, instantly it started getting hit. Probably throw out a bigger claw on it here in a little bit. See if the bigger claw attracted a fish. And see if we can start getting some live action. I'm just trying to log the bite right now, guys. Basically, the only reason I came during the day was to see if I could get a bite during the day. And you've seen so far, I haven't turned a click on the bigger rods, on the bigger baits. Smaller baits, yes, you can get your bites on that. You never know. It could be a keeper drum, you know, 15 to 20 inches, 30 inches. It just depends. I mean, we can't see it until we hook it. But I sure like to know what time the fish are going to come through. We might check that crab claw right now and see what that's doing. See what it looks like. See if it's a puffer bite or a sheephead bite. Hopefully the claw's still there. Luckily, we got an extra one. Yep, sure did. It busted off that leader. That's all right, because I could add another crimp to that. It broke at the knot on top. That's not a good sign right there. problem. That's a problem that needs to be addressed between the guy selling the leaders and I. Out there. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Both of these crimps were not crimped. I just crimped this one. This one's not crimped. You see that? The line's out of it. This hasn't been crimped. So that's not, you know, on 1 liter, both crimps missed. That's not very good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix this myself, because luckily I got pliers here. But I'm gonna put this back in here, but as you can see, that just slides right up on that. So I'm gonna have to address that with the manufacturer. Because when you're paying $10 for the liters, that right there can't happen. That's a lost fish, guys. That's money wasted. All right. Now that we got that fixed, let's continue fishing. I really don't like showing that, but when you see how much time this is taking, you know, that this could be a quality fish missed right here, wasting this time. And you know, you got to remember, guys, people make mistakes. It's not nobody's fault, but the blame has to fall somewhere. So it goes on the manufacturer, the person that's putting his name on those leaders. And when it comes to that, the person that stands behind his leaders, like this man does, I'm telling you right now, that's uncalled for, and it just, trust me, he makes it right, but at the same time, it looks bad when especially because we're out here live. So I want to do something a little different. We don't want to say it, but we're not going to sit there and bash nobody. We don't ever bash nobody. I'm not going to go left again. I'm going to stay right here in the middle. I'm going to stay right in the middle. Because I had to redo that leader, and I don't want to go that way and get snagged up again. Throw right between these two. So the sun is setting now. I do have 2 fresh baits ready to go. I'm going to put them on there. One watching. 11 thumbs up. All right, guys. So there we go. We got a fresh bait in the water. We got a crab claw out there. I do have 2 bigger baits in the water. I'm going to bring those in and put fresh baits on them here in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back live, guys, when I do hook up. And that'll be the time when I'm going to start logging these bites. Like I said, I got little bites on the fish, on the crab claw. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for big drum. I'm looking for that bite. So I'll come back here in a little bit, guys. I don't want to waste y'all's time right now. What's up, Canal? Hey, home, hermano, what's up, man? How you doing? I've been out here doing a day trip trying to figure out this bite. That's what I'm working with right now. I'm trying to figure out these bites. I'm trying to figure out when these fish are schooling, when they're coming through. The crab claw was the only thing that got a bite, but it wasn't a bite from a fish, from a drum. It was probably a puffer or something of that nature. Doing well. Awesome, brother. I'm glad you're doing well, brother. I have to change these baits on these bigger rods. I'm good. I'm hanging in there, man. Like I said, I'm just out here trying to do a day trip. See if I can't hook into one of these big uglies during the day, but the sun's already going down. I'm about to crank the generator. Thinking about jumping off here for a little bit till I do hook a fish. But I might not. I might just kick in the generator and bring in these baits right now, put fresh baits on it. They have been sitting out there for an hour, but I double bagged the crab. I'm going to check them right now. I'm almost certain that they couldn't get to these baits because once I double cover the bait with the pantyhose. Normally, those puffers and the sheephead can't get to them. Well, not easily. They can get to them, but just not as easy. So I'm gonna check these baits right now, and I got 2 crabs ready to go. And if they are hollowed out, I'll replace them. But if they're not, I'm gonna continue using the same bait. I'm gonna try to see if we can preserve some bait tonight. I've been using a lot of bait here recently, a lot of bigger crab and stuff like that. These fish have been real finicky biting. This spot normally produces about 6 to 10 drum a night, big ones. And I mean big ones. I mean over 40 inches. But here recently, we've caught one over 40 inches out here. And everything else is 39 and a half, 39 and a quarter, 39 and 3/4, 48 inches. Uh-oh, somebody's over there getting stuck. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and change these baits real quick, reel them in, and check. Well, first I'm going to check the baits, and then I'll change them if they need to be changed. One bait hollowed out. Take on this light, get a little light on the situation. Here, guys, I double bagged this bait right here. I double wrapped it. See, still not hollow. Still got meat in there. All right, guys. We got 3 watching, 13 thumbs up. Appreciate that. Got 3 rods in the water. This rod right here has half a crab. This rod has the first crab that I put on it because I double bagged it, so it's still full of crab meat. Did it just get bumped? And then the one all the way to the right has a crab claw. How was your Thanksgiving, my brother? Well, dude, it was good, bro. It was good, man. I spent it with Phil and his wife's family, her family, and then we went to Phil's parents' house and enjoyed a plate with them. Had a good plate, man. I had a couple good plates there, man. I got real full. I can't complain, man. I had a good Thanksgiving. I wish I could have seen my daughter and had dinner with her, but unfortunately this year is not my year. Next year, though, I do get my daughter for, all the holidays. This year I won't have her for any of the holidays. See, I can pour me some Coke. Last year. Back over here. Hopefully we'll hear a screaming reel here soon. Oh, got some skeeters in the area. Now we got that back up. We got all the rods in there. We'll probably be doing the fighting right over there in that area. So it's just me tonight, guys. So I am solo. And I'm being bothered by a nagging injury I got. My left elbow has been killing me. And I can only take so many of those dang Aleve and ibuprofen and stuff. I eat those things like M&Ms right now. So we're just waiting for that first bite. The sun is set. The light's on. Now let's see if we can start logging the first bites and all that kind of stuff. Because like I said, this spot normally produces about 8 to 10 fish a night. It just hasn't been doing it this year. It hasn't been producing the fish that we produced last year. I am fishing with 3 rods tonight, guys. I normally only fish with 2. Like I said, normally the bite's pretty on, but since I came out during the day, I tried something different. I brought out 3 rods. Normally don't do that. Let's see, what does that say? Hey Cap, are the big uglies in the bays already? Yes, they are. They are here. We are catching them. But right now they're not holding to the deeper water. I think they're already in the flats. I think that's the problem. I think I need to be fishing on the other side of the bridge in the flats. Right now I'm fishing the channel that goes into the flats. And like I said, normally this is a super highway for them. I normally catch a lot of fish here, but this year it's been really slow. I don't know why. That's why I came out during the day to try to see if I could log a bite during the day. And see what time they start traveling through here. But right now, it's been a night bite. Between 7 and 8 o'clock, and then 9 and 10, and then they kind of take a break, and then around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, they'll bite again, and then only bite for like 10, 15 minutes, and then that's it. So, I mean, it's just been, right now, we're just trying to log them and see what's going on here. Who's that? Trump said, whoop, whoop. What's up, Trump said? How you doing, brother? Right now, we're just waiting for that first real run. We were here earlier. The crab claw did get a nibble, but like I said, those could be perch, sheephead, or puffer fish. We did have some dolphins in the area, so I was hoping that we wouldn't have a problem with them. We haven't caught a hardy boy this year, so that's a good thing. The hardheads are not in the area. That's always a plus. So your baits stay in the water longer. Let's see if I can sit down and relax here. Let's see. We got another comment here from Trump said. That's a North Carolina 4'9", 24-inch tiger trout. Man, amazing, brother. That's a hell of a fish. North Carolina in the house. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you if you help us spread the word up there in North Carolina, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. You're always welcome. You're so positive. I try to be, brother. I always try to stay positive. When I'm out looking for fish, I tend to do it when I don't have my charters. So when I do have my charters, I'm putting them on a bunch of fish. Right now, like I said, I'm trying to log a day bite. And all I had was either a perch bite, a sheephead bite, hardhead bite, or a pufferfish bite. And that was on a crab claw. My bigger baits weren't touched. One of my bigger baits was hollowed out. The one that was double wrapped wasn't hollowed out, so I put it back out. And that's the one that's on the back of the truck right here. So that bait's been in the water already for over an hour and a half, 2 hours now. 2 hours now. The one right here on the pier, this one has a fresh crab on it. The one on the right, on the far right, that one has a fresh crawl crab. Crawl crab. Crab claw. They called it, yeah, they call it fishing, yes sir. Hopefully we'll be doing some catching here in a little bit. Hopefully log a couple fish. I'm trying to find the bites, the time of the bites. I'm only going to stay out till about 8:30. I wish I could move the tripod further over that way so I could sit next to the rods and watch them sideways. But I have to watch them from the back here because this is where the tripod's at. If I go over there, it gets quiet and boring and nobody wants to watch. Still got 2 watching, 14 thumbs up. Appreciate the smashing of the thumbs up button. Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies, my mom was watching earlier. I'm pretty sure she gave us a thumbs up. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we'll get on that big bite here pretty soon. For some reason, drum this year have been small in this area. We've only caught one over 40 inches over here. Shout out to Mom. Yeah, she was there earlier in the chat. I'm pretty sure she's off now. She only watches for about 5 or 10 minutes. Says her comments and then takes off. You guys do her thing over there in San Antonio. See what happens here. Oh man, I'm gonna take a seat, guys. Uh-oh, coming. Back up. Oh man, Florida, dude! I wish I could move to Florida. I enjoyed fishing out there so much. There, we got a bite on the right on that crab claw. Little thump there, that was it. I'm gonna get closer to my rods, guys. Excuse me for a little bit. We're trying to log some bites real quick. tough to go through in order to get a bite. what I might do is I might put a whole crab on one bait, half crab on the other without pantyhose, and see what happens. The only thing is, when you start doing baits without the pantyhose, you got about 5 minutes before that bait's hollowed out. So that's what we're gonna do. We got 2 watching, 16 thumbs up. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate it very much. Let's see here. Airplane flying through there. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a whole crab without pantyhose on there, a half crab without pantyhose, and then I'm gonna put a fresh crab claw on the last one, because that one did get a hit a little while ago. But we're looking for those real bites right now, guys. Real bites. I Cap. There you go. I haven't seen that one yet. That's cool. Thank you, Hermano. Let's change this up a little bit. Let's see if we can't get a bite. That's what we're looking for, a bite. Crab on this one. Bring the crab claw out. First crab claw. And a half crab. Alright, let's change out these baits one more time. Let's do that. Alright guys, let's reset up here. Test ball. Alright, I couldn't justify changing that bait on that rod. We got 4 watching, 16 thumbs up. Appreciate that, gentlemen. Thank you so much. And ladies, my mom was in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if she's still there watching, but maybe. See, I'm back. Roger, what's up, dude? How's it going, brother? All right, I just changed the baits. I threw off the whole crab that I put on there. I did have a bite on a crab claw. Now that Tony said that, now it's going to stay in my brain forever. I do have half crabs on there again. I can't justify wasting another crab. Not at $3 a piece right now. I threw off one bait right there, so I got half crab on there. I'm just waiting for a bite. See what happens here. We got 2 hours and 45 minutes into this. I am staying till about 8:30. It's crazy because I know if I turn off this camera, I'm going to start getting bites. But that's not what I'm here for. Here, I'm trying to log these bites. So I want y'all to help me whenever I get a run. Put the time on there so I can know that that's what time it was that I got a bite. I'm going to continue fishing. I'm going to sit down there. I'm going to pay attention to my rod so I don't miss these bites. When I say I got a bite, if you're watching, log the time for me so I can go back and write it down. All right, you guys to help me out with. I'm trying to log bites right now. I was hoping for a day bite. Unfortunately, I didn't get a day bite. I got a nibble on a crab claw, but I know that wasn't a drum bite. Oop. Slide that back a little bit. Screaming. Go down to the 40s tonight. Upper 40s. I'm not feeling you guys. I'm not feeling it. I did have something hit that rod over there. I think something swam into the line. Unfortunately, I don't believe it was a bite. Would have been nice if it was a bite, but unfortunately, I don't think it was a bite. For a spot that always produces for me, here we are not producing. It is slack calm though. I don't like that. I did have a fish run into this line. I don't believe it was a bite though. Look at that. Completely gone. Maybe that was a bite that they hit. Big. We ain't going home just yet. Playing around, guys. We're using whole baits now. Big bait. A lot of scent in the water. No pantyhose. All natural. Let's see if that'll do the trick. See if that'll trigger a bite. I'm running out of options, guys. Running out of options. Alright, so what I did there was I did have a bite on that blue rod. I mean on that green reel with the blue line. And unfortunately, I missed it. It pulled the bait. I was fishing on credit. The other one, it was hollowed out. The crab claw was still good. It still had meat in it. So I put it back out there. I put whole crab on there now with no pantyhose. All natural now. The baits are all natural. Let's see if we get a bite now. We're at 3 hours and 11 minutes. Had one bite. Where you at, John? Tangamar? I'm in Aransas Pass, brother. I'm in Aransas Pass. What time is it right now, guys? 7:41. Got about another hour of fishing. So I changed it up. No more half crab, no more pantyhose, no more fish bites. I just straight crab, guys. Crab claw all the way to the right. Whole crab on both big rods. We're trying to see if that'll provoke a bite. Maybe they're going all natural. They don't like anything other than natural right now. Hopefully that'll spark a bite. We did have a bite on the green rod with the pantyhose and half a crab. I thought it was just something ran into the line, but no, actually it was picked up. It did pull drag on it. So I missed that bite. It was probably around 30 minutes ago. So probably around 7:05, 7:10, something in there when we had that bite. see if I can do something here. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off of here until I get a bite and hook up. It's been 3 hours, 11 minutes. I've had a couple little bites, nothing to report, nothing major. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna call it for right now. If I do hook up, I'll come back on live. Just want to say thank y'all for continued support. Thank you, appreciate you watching the channel, staying with us live. Today was fishing during the day, going into the evening, looking for the bite. We have had a couple little runs, but I'm going to get off of here and see if I can hook a fish. So until the next time, to the next fish, Captain Eric out, guys. Appreciate you watching. See you on this next video.